Okay. So we were on the slide. Okay. So then we have ata. Ata is to give. Atu zakat comes from there. So ata means to give an order on aslama yuslimu, to give somebody else. Yu'ti, he is giving. Ati means to order to give. Mu'tin means the one who is giving. Mu'ta, the thing that is given, and ita, giving, the process of giving, right? Then we have tawallaytum. The root words of that are waw, lam, and ya. And the present past tense of tawalla is from tadabbura. So tafa'ala, on the bab tafa'ala. So tawalla, yatawalla, tawalla, mutawallin, mutawalla, and tawallin. Then we saw the word a, ra, and dod, arz karna, pesh karna, and the fourth form is aslama, a'rada, yu'ridu, and a'rid. Mu'ridun, mu'radun, and i'radun. Okay. Right. So that completed the Quranic part. We will now shift over to the grammar part. We'll stop the share and shift to the grammar part. So today in the grammar part, we are going to be covering the dual forms. And this is the first time that we are doing dual forms. Normally, wherever Arabic is taught, the single, dual, and plural is taken together. But to make the more common words done earlier, this pattern has been shifted and the dual is coming later. So with that note, let's begin. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we are on the course 4 grammar with page 11 and pointer D. We are doing the grammar on this part. Today we are going to do dual forms. That is what is the words used for the dual. It's very simple. Also for the pronouns and the past tense, we will see how the dual goes. The previous chapters in this particular course, we have learned about the pronouns and the verbs and tables for feminine gender. So we saw it for fa'ala. We also saw it for the mazid fi forms, how it goes for aslama. It became aslamat and so on. So in this lesson, we are going to do the dual forms, that they too and you too. So we know that huwa, hum, anta, antum, ana, nahnu. That is singular, and plural we are using 4 fingers. Now we can use 2 fingers. Since we are learning with TPI, to keep in mind that this is for 2, we can use only 2 fingers. Okay. So they and you, this is what we are going to learn. So we have already learned huwa, hum, anta, antum, ana, nahnu. Now for the plural, it is hum. And when we have to make it dual, we just add an extra alif. So hum becomes huma, right? So just remember that one alif is added. It is 2 fingers, of which one you have to lift, just for you to remember that becomes an alif. So hum becomes huma, right? So huwa, huma, hum. So if you are learning it the normal way, the gardan goes huwa, huma, hum, anta, antuma, antum, ana, nahnu. For first person, it is going to remain same. The dual is also same, nahnu. If there are 2 people, they will say nahnu. If there are more than 2 people, also the word is nahnu. But for all others, third person and second person, it is different words. So huwa, huma, hum. Huwa, huma for 2 and hum for plural. This is more than 2. This is specific for Arabic, where dual has a specific word, right? So huwa, huma, 2 fingers, and hum, huwa, huma, hum. And for second person, anta, antuma, 2 people, and antum, 4 fingers. Anta, antuma, antum, anta, antuma, antum. Okay. Ana and nahnu is same. So ana, nahnu, nahnu, you can say for the dual. So huwa, huma, hum, anta, antuma, antum, ana, nahnu, nahnu. So for 2 and for plural also it is going to be same. So the fingers you can say nahnu for 2 for yourself, and plural also nahnu for first person, right? So this is the basic thing that we're going to learn today. Just practice this and write this huma and antuma. Rest everything you already know: huwa, hum, anta, antum, ana, nahnu. So just add a huma here and antuma here, and ana and nahnu is going to remain same. So this is for the masculine form that we are doing. So we'll take the plural, the feminine form later on, inshallah. So dual forms are huma, that is they two, and antuma is you two. So it is simple: huwa, huma, hum, anta, antuma, antum. Right. So with that, we'll take the spoken Arabic today. Qazi Saab is not there, so you all can volunteer and you all can also unmute your mics and say. So man huma, who are those two? Man huma, and the answer will be
Huma Muslimani.
huma muslimani. Right?
Huma Muslimani.
Correct. So now we are learning that there's two forms for when there are two people. What is this? So Muslim is one, Muslimani is two Muslims, and Muslimuna or Muslimina is many. Right. So now we know what is a noun form on the dual. Ani is added from isnani, wahid isnani. So the nani of that ani is kept. So Muslim, Muslimani, two Muslims. So man huma, who are those two? Huma Muslimani. So we have to be very careful on what we are using. When we have a dual huma here, the answer is going to be dual. Of the noun also has to be dual. So huma Muslimani. This is why they say that when you're learning Arabic, you will become intelligent, because you have to be alert on what words you're using, whether it is dual, singular, masculine, feminine, all of that you have to be very particular. So man huma, huma Muslimani. And if it is for plural, it will be man antuma, who are you two? Then
Nahnu Muslimani.
Nahnu Muslimani.
So as you see here, the dual form of nahnu is also, the dual form is also nahnu, which is same for plural, right? So first person is same, second person is not same. So third person huma remained huma, but second person was asking antuma, and the first person is answering nahnu. Nahnu Muslimani. So man huma, huma Muslimani. Man antuma, nahnu Muslimani. Okay, so this is, and here we have to keep that two fingers so that we know that this is dual. Muslimani, huma, antuma is all two people. This is very simple actually, but just that you have to keep it in mind. So if you write it a couple of times, inshallah, it will be easy. So dual forms for their and your. So we have seen Rabbuhu, Rabbuhum, Rabbuka, Rabbukum, Rabbi, Rabbuna. So when we are joining it with this for the dual, it is similar to the plural. So we had seen that huwa, hum became huma. So Rabbuhum becomes Rabbu, huma, Rabb of those two people, right? And Rabbuka, Rabbukum, for dual it will be Rabbukuma, just one additional alif, right? So if you remember two fingers, remember that the lower one is the word, whatever it is, and the second alif is going to be standing, right? So that is indicating that there are two people there. So if you are taking it together, it will be Rabbuhu, Rabbuhuma, Rabbuhum. That is how most commonly it is taught. But here we are taking the dual form little later. So Rabbuhu, single person. Rabbuhuma, two, Rabb of those two people. And Rabbuhum, Rabb of all those people, right? Rabbuka, Rabbukum, we have already learned. So Rabbuka, your Rabb, Rabbukuma, Rabb of both of you, and Rabbukum, Rabb of all of you. So Rabbuhu, Rabbuhuma, Rabbuhum, Rabbuka, Rabbukuma, and Rabbukum. For the first person, it is going to remain same. Rabbi, my Rabb, and Rabbuna is same for dual also and for plural also. So Rabbuna and Rabbuna for both for dual and for plural. Rabbuna, Rabbuna. Like Nahnu was same. The attached pronoun is also same. So Rabbuhu, Rabbuhum, and dual is Rabbuhuma. So the sequence will be Rabbuhu, Rabbuhuma, Rabbuhum, Rabbuka, Rabbuka, Rabbukuma, Rabbukum, Rabbi, Rabbuna, Rabbuna. So if you keep saying that again and again, then you know that the both words are same. It is nothing difficult, only these two additional things we are going to learn in this whole grammar session today of dual forms, right? So huma, antuma, Rabbuhuma, Rabbukuma, and anything that you want to add, any other noun that you want to add, Kalmukuma, pen of you two people, or whatever noun you want to add with this, you can add and practice this dual forms, right? So the attached for dual forms is Rabbuhuma and Rabbukuma. This is the only four things that you are learning today. Only four words: Huma, Antuma, Rabbuhuma, Rabbukuma. That's it. So nothing complicated, very simple. Just memorize these 4 and inshallah you'll be done. So man rabbuhuma will become actually in pronunciation mar rabbuhuma. Who is the Rabb of both of those people?
Rabbuhum Allah.
Allah.
MashaAllah. Rabbuhum Allah. Rabb of both those people is Allah. Man mar rabbukuma. Man
Rabbun Allah.
Rabbun Allah.
Rabbunallah, right? So as we saw, the third person Rabbuhuma is going to remain same, and Rabbukuma for the second person question, answerer will answer in the first person, Rabbunallah. Our Rabb is Allah. When both of them are answering, and the answer is going to remain same if there is a plural also. The question for plural will be Mar Rabbukum, and the answer will be Rabbunallah. And for dual it will be Mar Rabbukuma, and the answer is Rabbunallah. Okay, so we have seen the pronouns and how the dual goes to the pronouns. So anta, antuma, antum, and huwa, huma, hum, anta, antuma, antum, ana, nahnu. And when it is joined, rabbuhu, rabbuhuma, rabbuhum, rabbuka, rabbukuma, rabbukum, rabbi, rabbuna, rabbuna. Now we are going to see how it forms in the verbs. So we know fa'ala, fa'alu. Fa'ala is for single and fa'alu is for plural, right? So with this now we'll see what is the dual form. So the dual form, and alif is added to the past tense only. So fa'ala for 2 will become fa'ala. Again, just a single alif addition. Like rabbuhum had become rabbuhuma, and rabbuka had rabbukuma. Just an additional alif is added to whatever noun is there. So we have shariba. Shariba means 2, right? And akala, akala, right? So like Allah Ta'ala had ordered Adam as salam and his wife not to eat. So la ta'kula, don't both of you eat. We have seen this dual form before, but now we are actually learning it in the grammar specifically, right? So just one alif is added in the past tense to make it dual. So fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu. Fa'ala, he did. Fa'ala, they both did. Fa'alu, they all did, right? Second person is fa'alta, plural is fa'altum, and dual is fa'altuma. So fa'alta, fa'altuma, fa'altum. Fa'alta, fa'altuma, fa'altum. Fa'altu is same, and fa'alna is going to remain same for 2 also and for plural also. So fa'altu, fa'alna. So now with this we are completing the full range of all the words of single, dual, and plural. So fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, fa'altuma, fa'altum, fa'altu, fa'alna, fa'alna, right? But again, in today's grammar class, we are going to learn only 6 new words, and if we are adding it in a chart, it will complete the chart completely. So fa'ala becomes fa'ala for dual, and fa'altum for plural becomes fa'altuma for dual in the second person. Fa'altum, fa'altuma. Fa'altuma is for 2 people. So we saw huma, rabbuhuma, and fa'ala, right? Antuma, rabbukuma, and fa'altuma. Just an additional of alif to the plural, and in the past tense it will just addition of alif to the lam kalima of the fa'ala. So here you can take any verb and make it dual by adding an alif at the end. So ja'ala, ja'ala, then khalaqa, khalaqa, then shariba, shariba. The past tense, whatever verb is there, it will remain the same. Abada, abada. That way, right? So just add an additional alif for the third person, and for the second person, it will be tum instead of tum. Right? So we'll take some spoken Arabic. Hal fa'ala. Did
Na'am fa'ala.
Na'am fa'ala. Yes, they both did. Hal fa'altuma. Did all of you all do?
Naam fa'alna.
Na'am fa'al.
Fa'alna. Both of you did. Fa'altuma it is. So hal fa'altuma. Did both of you do? Na'am fa'alna. Both. Right. Let's repeat this once. Hal fa'ala.
Naam fa'ala.
Hal fa'altuma.
Naam fa'alna.
Right. Just keep it in mind that what you're using. So fa'ala is for 2 people and fa'altuma is for 2 people. This is the only new thing that we're learning today. If we practice it, it is not difficult at all. So now we're asking whether they have done good. Hal, both of them have done good. Hal fa'ala khaira. Did they both do good?
نعم
نعم
فعل
فعل
خيرا.
خيرا.
Yes, they both did good. Hal fa'altuma khaira.
نعم
نعم
فعل خيرا.
فعلنا خيرا.
خيرا.
Right. So remember, we are doing just the past tense for now. This is the past tense that we are doing, and we have done the pronoun, we have done attached pronoun, and now we are doing the past tense verbs and the dual forms in that. Right, so that is all that we have for the grammar session, but it's just 6 new words that you learned today. Try to use it in different types of verbs and get the concept clear. It is like mathematics, so if you know the formula, you can apply it anytime and get the answers right. So just try to take any, we have done so many verbs till now, just write the dual forms of the second person and the third person. First person is going to remain same, so that doesn't require any practice. Just the third person and second person is what you need to remember. So take a lot of verbs and just write these forms of that, and take a lot of nouns and just add it to that, so that you get the dual form clear. And now on, whenever you are practicing the TPI, practice it with the dual form also. So that would help you in getting the dual form clear to you, inshallah. Right, so any questions? Today we had some connectivity issues, a lot of them. Qazi Saab were not able to connect only. He was messaging me on my mobile, but I don't know, there was some problem on his side also. I don't know if it was from my side, because all of you were not able to join. Right, so any questions anybody has? You can unmute your mic and ask the question.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Maalaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Sir, last week video mila nahi hai.
Achha, I'll upload it. I think it's already there, so inshallah I'll upload it. The first half is there. Second half, actually, I forgot to put it on, so that is not there. So inshallah I will put both